Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to recognize some people that made this reopening possible. The Nevada Military Support Alliance, thank you for your vision, support, and commitment. And to the rest of the organizations present today, like the VFW, DAV, VVA, VA Hospital, and the Nevada National Guard, thank you. I also want to thank President Hilgerson and Vice President Estela Gutierrez and the rest of the TMCC leadership team. We would not be here today without your support. Our Veterans Resource Center is more than just a facility. It's a place of community support, a place to transition back to civilian life. We recognize that returning to civilian life can present unique challenges. To simply have a place to connect with others and to have understanding, help with navigating benefits, help with finding stable employment, that's what this center is about. This center was created as a safe haven where veterans can find the resources, support, and camaraderie they need and deserve. And in the last 10 years, it has been a cornerstone for the veterans of this campus, their families, and the community. With this reopening, we've added several new features that will allow us to serve our veterans even better. We added a smart board to assist students with their education. We also added a new smart TV with a new gaming system for student entertainment. But most importantly, we now have a dedicated space for the VA Vital program. Veterans will no longer have to see the VA Vital social worker for mental health appointments in a conference room, which the students dubbed the fishbowl. Here at TMCC, we're committed to providing resources and creating a space that empowers veterans to thrive. As we reflect on the last 10 years and look at the next 10 years, remember that the center doesn't just belong to veterans. It belongs to all of us as a community. Supporting veterans is a shared responsibility, and I encourage each of you to consider how you can contribute, whether it be volunteering, mentoring, or simply sharing information about our programs. To our veterans here today, thank you. Thank you for your service, your sacrifice, and your strengths. We hope that this center will be a source of hope, support, and connection for years to come. And to everyone else, thank you for your continued support of our veterans, their families, and this resource center. Together, we make a difference. Now please welcome Dr. Karen Hilgerson to the podium.
So hello everyone and welcome to Truckee Meadows Community College, my happy place for the last, I'm in my 9th year. This is an amazing college. And I just want to start by acknowledging that the veterans programs that we provide, including the Veterans Resource Center that Felipe leads and does a great job, and also the Veterans Upward Bound program that Roberto, where's Robert? He's here, I saw him. It's amazing, and it truly is a point of pride for all of us at TMCC. These programs are the diamonds of this college, right? They are truly inspirational. So thank you for joining us at this very exciting event. What a happy week it is at TMCC. Today we unveil a new name for what has previously been known as our TMCC Veterans Resource Center, and we celebrate the 10th anniversary of the center. This close to Veterans Day, it is an opportune time to reflect on the space and the difference it has made in the lives of veterans and their families as they transition into civilian life and to, hopefully, a fantastic career. Before I go on, I'd like to thank a few special guests in the audience today, including Major General Ronald J. Bath, who we are grateful for introducing the NV Military Support Alliance to TMCC. Thank you. Yes, give him a round of applause. And Perry DiLoretto, founder of the Nevada Military Support Alliance. We literally could not have done this work without you. Thank you. And Teresa DiLorento a force of nature. I love working with her, her high energy and spirit, Perry's daughter, and the executive director of the Nevada Military Support Alliance. Thank you for being here. And of course, Dan Morgan, chairman of the NMSA, one of the first community members I had coffee with about 9 years ago. Thank you for coordinating and getting us to this exciting day. And then John Brunell, president of the NMSA. Is he? Oh, is that you? Yay, okay. TMCC Foundation and NMSA board member Janus Nelson, who is amazing and helps us out a lot. Thank you for being here, Janus. Tomas Talamante, director of the VA hospital. Where is he? Maybe, oh, there you go. Thank you for being here. And I gotta tell you, my boyfriend is singing your hospital praises. I mean, yeah, he's been going on and on about the fantastic service for the last 2 weeks. Anyway, our TMCC leadership team, including Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Jeffrey Alexander, there he is. Vice President of Student Services and Diversity, Estela Gutierrez, yay. Vice President of Finance and Government Affairs, Mike Pearl, and also a retired general. We love that. Foundation and Grants Associate Vice President, Gretchen Sawyer. Yay, Gretchen. And Facilities and Capital Planning Associate Vice President, Dr. Ayo Akinola. Yay. Thank you all for being here. So here at TMCC, we take such great pride in our veteran services, and I want to acknowledge all of our past and present faculty, staff, student workers, and alumni who have been a part of our Veterans Resource Center, the Veterans Upward Bound program, and other areas on campus that support the success of our veteran students. Please wave your hands. Yay, all right, thank you. And I also want to have a special round of applause for Felipe Gutierrez, Director of the Veterans Resource Center. Woohoo! And I think what's really exciting for me, because I've been in this business now for almost 40 years. Yeah, I know, working for community colleges and loving every moment of it. And it's fun to see sort of those young leaders, you know, advance. And I will tell you that I think what you're going to see later today is Felipe's vision made realized, and it's beautiful. It exceeded my expectations. So thank you, Felipe, for your leadership and for your vision. One more. So currently, we have over 450 veteran students enrolled here at TMCC. And in my tenure, I've been inspired by the impressive accomplishments of these veteran students on campus and in our community. The TMCC Veterans Club participates in service projects, and the need for services grow, resulting in the relocation of the VRC to a larger space. We became a Purple Heart College with a designated parking spot right here at the Dandini campus. I've been so impressed every year with the Operation Battleborn Ruck annual event, which TMCC veterans have played an integral part in planning for the state of Nevada. We've offered veteran-specific job fairs, planted hundreds of flags in the plaza, and celebrated many recognition events. It's been my honor to greet our graduating veterans at our annual commencement ceremony and to send them to receive their challenge coins. What a rewarding day to see them in their caps and gowns with their recognition tassels. In fact, over the past 10 years, 900 veterans have graduated from TMCC. The veteran space at TMCC is a special place where veteran students can gather to study, to plan events, and to adjust to life back home. We are grateful to everyone who played a part in this remodel, and especially to the Nevada Military Support Alliance for their generosity that provided the funding for this rejuvenation. Thank you. Why not? And I want to say that as I finished my career at TMCC, personally, the work that has been done with the TMCC team for veteran students truly is one of the most top 3 memorable elements of my work as this college president. It's very personal for me. My parents were damaged by World War II, and had it not been for the American participation in World War II, I truly wouldn't be alive today. And so, veterans, you always have a special place in my heart, and I will always do what I can to help you and support you in your lives. You have served our country. Thank you for your service. I'm so, so very grateful. And with that, I would like to introduce Vice President of Student Services and Diversity, Estela Gutierrez.
Wow. We couldn't be here. We would not be able to do this job without you, Karen. So let's please give her a round of applause. She's been a great leader here at TMCC. Not too many people know that you're retiring. So Karen is going to retire, unfortunately for us, in May, well, June, really. So thank you for everything you've done. I wish you wouldn't have gotten emotional. But anyways, good morning, everyone, and welcome to TMCC. Excuse me, good morning. Good morning. We are so excited that you are here with us to celebrate 2 significant milestones. And I'm on a script, and I usually don't do script. Felipe, and by the way, I'll take credit today that you're my son, Gutierrez. They always think he's my son, and so I'll claim it today. The 10-year anniversary and the grand reopening of our Veterans Resource Center. This occasion is a testament to the strength, resilience, and dedication of our veteran students, as well as the collective support of the TMCC and Northern Nevada community. As the Vice President of Student Services and Diversity, I'm incredibly honored to be part of today's event. The center was created a decade ago with a vision to serve, support, and uplift our veterans as they transition from military life to student life. Today, as we prepare to enjoy this newly renovated space that you're all going to enjoy, we are reminded of the community that came together to make this vision a reality. The impact of the Veterans Resource Center over the past 10 years has been profound. It has provided invaluable resources like academic advising, mental health support, and career guidance. But even more importantly, it has fostered a sense of family, a place where each veteran is seen and supported. Today's grand reopening of this center symbolizes our unwavering commitment to our veterans. This would not be possible without the dedication of so many in our community, our administration, faculty, staff, and of course, our generous donors and supporters. To our veterans here today, where are you? To all of our veterans, please stand up. Please stand up. Yay! Look at this. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your service to our country and to the sacrifices you have made. Thank you for choosing TMCC as your educational home. You make us better, stronger, and more resilient. And we are privileged to support you in reaching your goals. That is our biggest honor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At this moment, it is absolutely my honor, and I've had so many honors, working here at TMCC, serving on the Washoe County School Board, and one of my honors too was to be part of the founding board for the Military Alliance. So it's my honor to introduce my padrino, my godfather, Mr. Perry De Loreto, up to the stage, who's the founder of the Nevada Military Support Alliance. And I have to tell you, we've done great things here at TMCC, and I just need to remind everybody our partnership for all these years, Perry. And one of them was, my vision was to really highlight the Hispanics in the military. Do you remember that? And so we had a great event here. We had a mural, we had a display. It was just wonderful. You've helped us so much. So thank you so much. Padrino.
Wow. Good morning. I showed up with no script, so I'm just going to wing it with you. I'm so pleased to have been invited to share a few thoughts and words with you. As I got out of my car this morning and looked up at this beautiful, sunshiny, wonderful morning, Northern Nevada day, and then walk into this magnificent facility and see how blessed we all really are in this community to be able to come together, especially for an event like this. Support of our veterans is so important. When you think in the context of our country, some 350 million people, and less than 1%, matter of fact, I think the figure is about 0.8% of our population is engaged in that necessary activity that they have to perform to preserve our way of life. And our way of life is a challenge. We face challenges everyday life. We face challenges on a national basis, an international basis. So I think we all can appreciate the importance of our veterans. We are so proud. Me as one of the founders, and by the way, there was so many people involved in the foundation of the Nevada Military Support Alliance. It all started on one day very early in the current war on terror when we lost 2 Marines from North Nevada on the same day, Anthony Klein from Sparks and Lieutenant McCourtney from Tonopah. Kenny Gwynn was our governor. A few of us got together down at the legislature and talked about what we could do to support those families unconditionally. Just show up and provide some support and have them understand how much we really cared about their sacrifice. That, over the years, developed into a much more significant effort. Early in that war, we thought, well, we're going to go in and do our business and move on. But it drug out a lot longer, and we're still engaged, as many of you stay know. The efforts over the years have been on a lot of different areas, including housing, including the new Fisher House down in Las Vegas, which is adjacent to our new VA hospital, our local Veterans Guest House here adjacent to the Veterans Facility. I believe the numbers, not to try and impress anybody with numbers, but over our 20 years, we've raised in excess of $13 million that has been distributed out for veterans' needs, including a number of specially adapted needs homes. Thank you. That's not us, that's our community. This is a wonderful place to live. This is a very generous community, and I often said when I spoke on the subject, Nevada gets it. Okay, we have a huge military presence, we have a veterans presence here, and we get it, and we will support these people. So I'm going to drift off on a thought that I had. We have a very special guest here today. Where's Sadie? Is Sadie? Yeah, there she is. I got to just take a few minutes to tell you a story. Sadie is one of the first dogs to be brought into the a wonderful new facility that's under construction. It's called Liberty Dogs. South of Reno, here in South Town at DeMonte Ranch. It's a 27-acre campus, over 300,000 square feet of building area, 9 different structures. But the story that's had a huge impact on my life is the way it happened. We have been, and I personally have been huge supporters for veterans issues over the years. There's another wonderful gentleman who is my partner, who is a magnificent entrepreneur in the technology world. His name is David Duffield. Dave and Cheryl Duffield. You've heard of PeopleSoft. He was the founder of PeopleSoft. He went on and founded Workday, which is a magnificently successful company. His dedication to veterans issues and first responder issues, in conjunction with his love and appreciation of how important our animals can be and the services they can provide and the comfort they can provide for us, brought the two of us together in an amazing way because we didn't know each other. We knew of each other, but because of our association and dedication to veterans issues, and the same with him, when you start looking about doing something that he wanted to do, which was create a campus totally dedicated to resourcing and breeding and raising and training service dogs for veterans in need, and there's a great, huge list of veterans that are requesting these animals that aren't available. So those two independent We didn't know each other. Thought processes kind of joined together. And you know, sometimes in life, the best things that happen to you are not things that you're looking for. They just kind of come along. And if you're really blessed, you get to recognize it. And then you capture that moment. So there is Liberty Dogs. We have a great member of the staff here from it. Will open in the first quarter of 2026. Its the capability and the program is to graduate at least around 240 veterans a year matched up with their service animals. They will be able to come and live on the campus, and they will be matched up with their dogs, and then graduated, and on a continuous basis. And all this is done through the philanthropy of the Dave and Cheryl Duffield Foundation, including the continuing operating costs. No veteran will ever pay a penny. And it's open to veterans all across our country have served. So, you know, when you get to that point, you say, wow, this, you know, we all know about synergies. Man, this is what's going on here. So thank you for the opportunity to address you. God bless you, Stella. One of my proudest days was when Stella asked me to come and administer her oath of office when she was come on to the Washoe County School Board, and you did a magnificent job for us up there for all these years. General Bath and I've been brothers, partners for years. We often joked it's a good thing we didn't meet much earlier in life, because with the energy synergies that go on between the two of us, I think we would have a hard time just focusing and staying on track. But we talk about the foundation of the Military Support Alliance. It really would not exist without General Bath. He was the motivation, the inspiration. And I remember the day I got the phone call and he said, listen, we got to do this. And I said, man, RJ, I'm loaded up. I don't have time. He said, and he's a retired two-star general. And by the way, for those of you who know, he's an F-4 pilot. He had an incident at Reno Airport years ago, had a malfunction in his F-4, and he and General Burks, our former TAG, were ejected out of their airplane. He got a broken neck, he healed himself up, and then he went to war for America. First F-4 in downtown Baghdad in Gulf One was piloted by General Ron Bath, okay? So talk about service to your country. But you know, he's got an interesting history. He's from Ely, he was a plumber. This guy can sew, and when I mean sew, he was a parachute rigger. So he alters clothes for me from time to time. A plumber, steam fitter, a lawyer, and obviously late in life, although he had trouble with a couple of subjects. I think one of them was algebra. And then he enrolled in Truckee Meadows Community College as a welder. And he became a professor of welding, but he was a problem with his degree because there was a couple of courses he was missing, even though he had graduated from Harvard in the discipline of ethical use of force and has a wonderful legal education and a couple of doctorates. He was missing in Nevada history, so he had to take a remedial course to be able to graduate in his welding. So it's, you know, all of this is about people. It's about us coming together, putting aside some of the petty stuff that might keep us apart from one another, embracing that, and we can develop tremendous energies and get anything we need to get done. So congratulations to the community. This is a beautiful facility. I'm sorry I'm not here more often. Probably a little late for me to continue my education, but we're doing well. Thank you for the opportunity to address you. So excited to see your new Veterans Resource Center, and thank you for listening. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. What a great crowd. And like Perry said, wow, what a beautiful day. Spectacular. Thank you for joining us all here this morning in this beautiful facility and the facility we're going to see upstairs in a little bit. And it truly is a testament to the dedication we all share for supporting our student veterans and their families. The Nevada Military Support Alliance is honored and has been honored to partner with Truckee Meadows Community College to make this vision a reality. I'd like to take a moment on behalf of the Nevada Military Support Alliance and our board of directors to especially recognize three people involved at Truckee Meadows. Dr. Helgerson, Karn, thank you for your friendship and your leadership at this great institution. My dear friend Gretchen, what would I do without you, Gretchen? How about a round of a little hand for Gretchen? And this young Marine over here on my right, Felipe, you are an inspiration, my friend. We see each other not only here and at other veterans-related events and functions, but walk into my grandson's swim lesson, and who's sitting there? Felipe. Thank you for all you do, sir. Very much appreciated. And really, your commitment to the Nevada student veterans and the Northern Nevada education community is truly inspiring, and we can't tell you how much we appreciate your dedication. Well, their leadership and a few others have brought all this together and why we are here today. The story of this partnership between the Nevada Military Support Alliance and Truckee Meadows Community College started about, I couldn't quite remember, 10, 11, maybe 12 years ago. And as Perry referred to, Major General Ron Bath, our co-chairman at the time. Back then, he was immersed in mastering all things welding. It didn't matter if it was MIG, TIG, plasma, gas, all these things. I'd go over to the shop and see him, and I got this deal, or Perry and I are working on this, or look at this cool new helmet I got, Dan. Let's go outside and look at the eclipse. Everything welding. And his instructor, who, there he is right there, RJ's good friend, my good friend, and RJ's instructor, Mr. Scott Holcomb. Scott, thank you. During one of those classes, General Bath had a conversation or overheard something a young Marine had to say who had just returned from Afghanistan. Through these talks and conversations and hearing things, once again, General Bath recognized the need for more and better support of our veterans transitioning back into civilian life, the educational environment, and navigating the complexities of the post-9/11 GI Bill and other very well-deserved benefits for our veterans. It wasn't long after that I received a call from General Bath, and before I knew it, we were here on campus in a meeting. Estelle, I think you were in it. Scott, you were in it. And that first initial meeting with the leadership and the team to talk about a Veterans Resource Center. When we left that meeting, we had a very simple goal from that small group, and that goal was simple but ambitious: to establish a Veterans Resource Center on the Truckee Meadows Community College campus, providing veterans with resources, guidance, and community as they pursued their educational goals. From that initial we next took and made a presentation to the Nevada Military Support Alliance Board of Directors. And they came away from that presentation in total and complete support, resulting at that time in a significant commitment that made 10 years ago to create the facility that we had up until today. A place with the tools and the support that our veteran students need to succeed academically and transition into civilian life. The Nevada Military Support Alliance's commitment to veterans education, mental health, family well-being is as strong today as it was more than a decade ago. And here we are, standing in this impressive facility, about to visit the new enhanced facility on the Truckee Meadows campus. This center is a lasting legacy to Major General Ronald J. Bass. Humility, vision, compassion, and dedication to serve others. RJ, thank you. Thank you for your friendship, your mentorship, and your leadership. Thank you all for being here today.
Now we're going to have one of our students come share his experience at the VRC and what it means to him. Greg Hillman, he's a Marine veteran. He's the president of our student organization, and he's also a Student Veterans of America Fellow.
Oh my gosh, what do we say after all that? Holy cow, I'm so impressed with everybody here, and I'm so happy to be here. I had the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. About 3 weeks ago and represent TMCC in front of some really high-up folks at the VA and listen to some questions from some veterans, some student veterans, and it was really amazing. That opportunity came to me through Felipe. So I would not be a fellow today if I did not get that opportunity to meet Felipe. Gosh, what, like 4 years ago now? I can't leave this place. I love it so much. So, yeah, so what Felipe's ethos and really the whole VRC's ethos has done for me is provided a place to reconnect and build a family. So I was an explosive ordnance disposal technician in the Marine Corps. I did that for about 11 years, and then I got out, had no idea what to do with my life, so I started contracting. And was alone all the time. And then about 2 years ago, I got real sick in Nigeria and decided I needed a change of life. So I came and started going to school to be an educator. And then Shay King, who's a professor here, pulled me out of a Theater 100 class and was like, "You want to do a theater thing?" And I said, "Absolutely, I do." So then I changed my degree, and I got a degree in theater last semester from TMCC, which was awesome. And, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then now working with the community and pursuing a degree in social work and psychology. So once I get a hold of that, I do want to do some creative work with veterans. It's something that I'm already doing with an NEA grant through the UNR right now. So we just got back from Portland, Oregon last night. I got to visit their VRC. We are traveling and visiting VRCs. And what I'm realizing is that we have something amazingly special here. Some of the people that I want to thank is Felipe, of course. Thank you so much for everything you do every day. That person that I can text and say, "Fellow Marine, save me from my brain right now." He's one of those guys. Alex Bunyard is another person who has been there for me in ways that have changed my life. And then Tim has held my hand as I change my degrees over and over again, trying to figure out what I want to do. But now I have something that I don't think I could have ever had if I went anywhere else, and it's a family. So any of these folks here, they could call me anytime and I would do anything for them. So as I build my career, as I build my life, I'll take them with me as much as I can and whatever they need. And if you can find yourself a rigger to be friends with, it's one of the greatest things you can do in your life because they will set you up good for deployment. Gosh, the best gear comes from riggers. So I want to be your best friend. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the veterans. I look out and I just see friends and folks with all their veteran juice. I know, we get kind of grumpy sometimes. Where's Brady at? Where's my grumpy guy? But yeah, we just, that's how we are. And trying to build family off that's hard. And it takes hard work. And you got to show up when you don't want to. And you got to show up when people annoy you. And the cool thing about this whole campus is everybody's smiling and wants to shake your hand, and they'll smile when you come in when they got a meeting in 5 minutes and go, "Okay, how can I help you? Can you come back in 10 minutes? No? Okay, great. Let me change my schedule for you." So I really appreciate this place. It has become a home, and I love everybody here. So thank you very much.
At this time, I'd like to bring the attention to the screens.
It is my privilege and honor to announce the grand opening of the Major General Ronald J. Bath Veterans and Families Center.
General Bath, can you please come to the stage? Can you come up here, sir? We have a little special gift for General Bath. In recognition of your faithful service and services to the Military Support Alliance, Major General Ronald J. Bath, TMCC Veterans and Families Center, our sincerest thanks. Thank you, General Bath.
Wow, nothing like getting caught flat-footed. I knew nothing about this. I'm touched, I'm honored. I guess the only thing I can say is thank you to everybody. Perry pretty well said it when he said this is a community that really gets it. I'm a little choked up right now, but it's a community that gets it. Listen, I became a veteran against my will. I would have much rather stayed on active duty, but at some point in time they say, wait a minute, you're so old, it's time for you to get out. So that's how I became a veteran. I look back on the 39 years I spent on active duty, and it was a calling. And as Perry said, those people who accept that calling do it out of love for the nation. And I think what the Nevada Military Support Alliance did here was out of love for the community, out of love for the TMCC. By the way, he did say they made me take algebra over again to get my welding degree, just so you know. But I'm honored. Thank you very much. Nothing else I can say. But thank you to the veterans and for all of the service you've given this nation. The nation certainly owes you a lot. And hopefully the Nevada Military Support Alliance can do and continue to do whatever you all folks need. But finally, again, thank you for blindsiding me with this. My daughter, the Air Force JAG down there, didn't even tell me. Thank you.
Thank you, Major General Bath. Really appreciate you. We're almost done, I promise. Now at this time, I'd like Director Talamonte, our director of the Northern Nevada VA Hospital, come up. Thank you.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy to be here. As mentioned, my name is Thomas Talamonte. I'm the executive director for VA Sierra Nevada Healthcare System. So what that means is our hospital here in Nevada is broken into two portions, the northern Nevada portion and then the southern Nevada portion was Las Vegas. So with that being said, thank you to the students, the Veteran Service Center, and the Nevada Military Support Alliance for inviting me and my team to be here today. It's an honor. For this year's Veterans Day theme, a legacy of loyalty and service, feels especially meaningful to me as we all gather here. Though I've had the honor of serving veterans across the country, being here is especially meaningful to me, as this is where my own journey started, where I enlisted the United States Marine Corps here in Reno, Nevada. I've come to appreciate this rich community legacy and this campus and newly reopened Veterans Resource Center. This stunning center is a testament to the legacy left by veterans who have walked these halls. There was a time not too long ago when TMCC's veterans support was modest. Veterans shared a space and support in one office. But with a few determined veterans, that changed, starting a small club that grew and let the campus know what veterans needed. With each new class, that legacy grew stronger, leading to the dedicated space we celebrate today. TMCC now stands as a model of support, helping student veterans build their future. Veterans know how to build each other up and create spaces of support, which is something I believe we all can inspire and everyone can believe in, whether you're studying, working, or finding your path. We at VA Sierra Nevada Healthcare System are a proud partner with TMCC. We conducted a PAC DAC clinic right here on this campus, working closely with Felipe and his team. We're looking forward to working and developing a strong relationship with TMCC to support the future of our veterans and our great community. Veterans raised their hand and took an oath of office to serve and defend our great nation. And as students, they now strive towards new goals using lessons they learned in the military and now here at TMCC. On this upcoming Veterans Day, I ask you all to reflect the legacy and freedoms granted by those who come before us and to remember that you too are building a legacy. You have the opportunity of the freedom that we have to give back and build upon. So with that, a personal note, our student veterans here, I commend all of you. The path that you all are taking is somewhat similar to mine. In fact, it's the exact path that I took, discharging from service and out of the United States Marine Corps in San Diego, going to San Diego City Community College, transitioning over to San Diego State, earning my degree. You're courageous. I know it can be intimidating. And the biggest takeaway from you all, or the biggest takeaway I want you all to take from me is stay in the fight, ask questions, and there are resources for all of you veterans. And please don't be too prideful to reach out and get those resources. So with that, I want to wish you all a happy Veterans Day. And of course, Marine Corps birthday is coming up. Semper Fidelis, happy birthday.
Thank you. What Director Talaman did not share also is that they brought cake. So thank you for the cake. We appreciate it. Now, at this time is what we're all here for. I welcome everybody to go up and enjoy some refreshments upstairs and go take a tour of our Veterans Center, the newly VFC, as we were going to call it, because we got to have an acronym. We need the V acronym. So please enjoy some refreshments upstairs. Go take a tour of our new center. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.